Hey, what's up, guys? This is Nate the Man here, coming at you with a different kind of video, but figure I had to talk about it. So, y'all ever been in an airport where it just kind of is bad? Well, yesterday, I spent the entirety of my day inside of Denver International Airport. Now, you're probably wondering why some would willingly choose to spend the entire day in Denver International Airport. I assure you, it was not by choice. So let me regale you in a tale of how I started to hate Frontier Airlines, why I hate Denver Airport, and just why yesterday was pretty bad. So our story starts at 4 a.m. in the morning. Flights. Now this flight, we were scheduled on Frontier to come home on the East Coast, scheduled on Frontier, which and was supposed to depart at 7:30. So pretty early flight, right? So we get to the airport about 5:30 or so. In between there, we dropped off our rental car we had been using all week in Colorado, and we go to the airport. We go through security, still really drowsy because again you woke up at 4 in the morning. Oh well. So we go get through security, and we go to our gate. Now almost immediately, the we there's announced that there's a gate change. It's still like pretty dark out, but we're like, okay, no big deal. Like gauge change, it's not important. This is minor inconvenience. So we go take our seat at the new gate, but the gate says this is a flight to Orange County. Now I wasn't trying to go to California at this point in time, because quite frankly, I haven't been to California. I don't want to go to California. But apparently I want to now, according to Frontier Airlines. So we sit there, and the guy either promises that this is the place we want to be, like flight it's to the airport I need to go to. You will this is still your gate. So the Orange County plane lands, people get out, and then the screen that's at every gate changes, but not to the airport I was trying to go to. It changes to Atlanta. I wasn't trying to go to Atlanta either. So I'm like, what's happened? There's something very wrong here. And we all kind of realize that because at this point it's like far beyond 7:30. Like it's like 8, 9 now. And we're all just like, wait a minute. But where's our plane? So and we've been told that they were bringing in another plane from the hangar or whatever. Cool, thank God. So this plane pulls up, the jetway attaches to the plane, and then we think, oh, there's the airplane's here. The jetway, we can get on now. Immediately after that plane pulled up, the Frontier, in all their wisdom, they canceled our flight. Just straight up, no, not a delay. We waited for 3 hours. It was 10:30 at this point when this happened. We waited 3 hours and they canceled the flight. Now, collectively, everyone in that gate was like, "Dude, you can't just cancel a flight." Like, obviously, I mean, you can cancel a flight, but like, it's really bad. So, naturally, everyone flocks to the customer service desk, as about 100, 200 feet away from this gate is Frontier's like customer service desk. Now this line, okay, I've seen lines like concerts that weren't this long. Like this was spanning like practically it felt like the entire terminal. Like half the terminal was just a line of people waiting to get rebooked or refunded or whatever. So we're waiting in this line because what else are we supposed to do? Like, we need to get home somehow. Like we didn't want to be stuck in airport Denver for another night. So we go, talk, and this guy Frontier guy comes up. He's like, "All right, guys, now this is a bad situation, but we can do something about it." And then he says, as that we need to go to the very front desk of Frontier. So, but what he was actually saying was, you have to go, you need to go past security and go like where you first check in, and get a new flight there. So you don't have to wait in this crazy line. So that meant we got to go. That meant we got to go through TSA a second time today, But at this point, that was the least of our worries. So we go, we get our bags in the baggage claim, so we can actually put them on the plane that's going to where we want to go. So we do that, and we go, and collectively my family decides, alright, nah, we're getting a refund from Frontier, we're flying with someone else. So we go, we book on United, which I don't know why they get so much hate. I quite like United. I've flown with United many times. They've always been, well, I've only had one meh experience with United. So, we go, we rebook on United. The employee at the United desk was very helpful, very accommodating. And we decide we don't want to get the checked bags. I was like, we'll just carry them in case something else happens. Now, and we did this because the first two, we were on standby twice. Nice. So how it was going, we had 2 potential standby flights, and then a third one where we were guaranteed seats. And for standby, you kind of want to have your bags with you while you're waiting to see if you're going to get on a plane. So obviously, your bags can get to the place you want to go. So we decide, all right, we're taking our bags with us. So so we go through TSA again. Now with our checked luggage, we had these big duffel bags that were small enough to be carried, but still big enough where you'd want to check them. So we run the bags through TSA, and now admittedly this was all fault, but we had silverware in one of our bags. The silverware had some knives in there. So not our brightest moment, but you know what? Oh well. The TSA, they were very, very understanding about we had forgotten we even had that in there. So we got that bag checked because, well, you can't bring knives on a plane for very obvious reasons. So we go, get that, and done. Alright. So after we went through TSA for the second time that day, it's now about noon or so, and so we go, and it's time to go enjoy the lovely time of standby flights. Now, I don't know if y'all know this. I'm gonna give you a little spoiler warning. We didn't make either of the standby flights. We didn't get either of them, which makes sense because airlines already overbook everything anyway. But still, I want to get home before the next day. But it's kind of whatever. So we get there, and I'm waiting at the standby gates. I'm just like, man, I'm so bored. I don't know if y'all have ever been to Denver Airport, but I've never seen a human structure more gray than the Denver Airport. The walls, the ceiling, the floor, even the tarmac, the planes, the clouds were even gray because it was stormy well, not stormy, it was kind of dreary out, I guess, but everywhere I looked, it was gray. It was just the most uncanny thing maybe in my entire life. So, we go, and I'm waiting. Now, it gets to be about 4 o'clock, and at this point, I'm exhausted. Because, running around airport all day, going through TSA twice, going and just even getting food is just a chore at this point. So we go get some Qdoba. First time ever, shout out to Qdoba. It had a really good burrito. Not better than Moe's, but on par with Chipotle. Yes, I like Moe's more than Chipotle, but don't tell anyone else that. So I go get that, and I continue to wait, and eventually I get bored enough where I'm like, okay, I've looked at every video on YouTube, it seems like. I'm not going to go watch any movies because I downloaded these movies. I mean, we had airport Wi-Fi, obviously, but still. So, I go on my good friend, ChatGPT. Now, I use ChatGPT a lot, mostly because I find it funny, and I like to play games with it. But this time I used it for a little bit of a different thing to do, and I'll show you that right now. Now from here on, I'll be telling the story based on I use the ChatGPT as a little journal of sorts, and it was kind of nice having it just automatically talk back to you. With a journal, you write stuff down and just kind of there, but ChatGPT, it engages you, So let's start out here. I've been here in the airport since 5 a.m. It's now 3:30. I'm quite fatigued. ChatGPT. I'm sorry to hear that you've been at the airport for such a long time and feeling fatigued. Travel delays and waiting can be exhausting. If possible, try and find a comfortable spot to rest and relax. Stay hydrated and take short walks to stretch your legs. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask airport staff for assistance. Hopefully your flight departs soon and you can continue your journey. Safe travels. Right. Our early morning Frontier flight just got totally canceled and we still don't know why. Because they didn't tell us it. They just were like, alright, psych, it's canceled. Didn't give us any reason. We rebooked on United and just want to go home. I'm sorry to hear about your cancellation of your Frontier flight and the inconvenience it has caused. Flight cancellations can be frustrating and disruptive to travel plans. It's understandable that you just want to get home. Rebook on United was a good move to ensure that you had an alternative flight. If you have any questions or concerns, I recommend reaching out to the airline's customer service for updates on your new flight and assistance you may need. Remember to stay patient and keep communication lines open with the airline. Your safety and getting home are their priorities, and they will work to accommodate you as best as they can. I hope your new flight goes smoothly and you reach your destination soon. Safe travels. It's just sad that after 3 hours and a gate change at 7 a.m., Frontier couldn't get a plane. There was an empty plane at the gate when they canceled it. I understand your frustration and disappointment with the situation. Flight cancellations can be very disheartening, especially when it seemed like there was resources available to avoid the inconvenience. It's entirely understandable to let down after a long wait and last-minute cancellation. Airline operations can be complex, and sometimes unforeseen circumstances could lead to flight cancellations, even when there are available aircraft. While it's frustrating, the safety and well-being of the passengers must come first. It was a perfectly clear point of the day when that Frontier flight got canceled, but anyways. Rebooking the United was a practical decision to find an alternative way home. Although it doesn't change the initial setback, I hope your United flights go smoothly and you can finally reach your destination without further delays. Remember to keep communication with the airline open and stay informed by any updates or changes. Yada yada yada. Customer service. Hang in there. And I hope you can put this unfortunate experience behind you. Alright, this is about the point where I start saying what time everything is. It's because, I don't know, why not? Our United flight is at 6, it's 3:43, still over 2 hours, sad face. Yes, I use emojis when I talk ChatGPT, back off. And it's just like, oh yeah, it's gonna take a while, go walk around, that kind of thing. Current time, 3:50, we are now under severe weather thunderstorm warning that came out of nowhere. I'm scared this will ruin things further. Yeah, there was a thunderstorm in Denver yesterday. Not like a big one, pretty average for Denver this time of year, but still enough to kind of be like, oh, don't delay or cancel all flights. It was a very scary time. I understand your concern about unsevere thunderstorm warning. Weather can be unpredictable and can add further challenges to an already difficult travel experience. Got that right. During severe weather conditions, airlines and airports prioritize passenger safety above all else. They may delay or suspend flights until it's safe to operate. While this might cause further delays, no, it's in the interest of everyone's well-being. Yeah. Current time, 4:07. And the clouds are rolling closer, but planes are still taking off. Morale is low, and I just want to see my dog and my own bed and not be in a hotel. I'm truly sorry to hear about the challenging situation you're facing. Waiting for a flight or dealing with uncertain weather and delays can be incredibly frustrating and tiring. It's completely natural to feel low morale and a strong desire to be back home with your dog and in your own bed. I have a dog right back here, actually. While it's difficult, try to focus on the fact that your safety is top priority and the airline's monitoring conditions to ensure safe operations. If planes are still taking off, it's likely that the airport and airline have determined it's safe to do so. Don't pass the time and keep your spirits up, engage in fun activities, striking up a fellow conversation with fellow travelers, which we did end up doing, actually. Found this really nice lady who was also having a similar experience to us. Finding ways to keep your mind occupied can make the wait more bearable. Keep in touch with the airport. I know it's not easy, but I hope you'll be on your way home soon and you can reunite with your dog in your bed. Hang in there, and I'm sending positive thoughts for a safe and smooth journey ahead. Now, I've used ChatGPT a lot, as you can see over here, but like it's never felt like an actual human up until now. Like it's almost human response. So, current time 4:19. Storms are mostly broken up and it's still a bit cloudy. I'm at Terminal B of Denver watching the planes periodically move. Many trucks roll on the tarmac. Still says 6 o'clock for the board or time on United. The bright side is that it's on a Boeing 777. Still, I wait to be home in DC. I really wish these airport seats were better. Because, those airport seats are okay, but after you sit in them all day, it gets kind of obnoxious. Thank you for providing an update on the situation. It's good to hear the storms are breaking up and planes are starting to move again. The wait can be tough, especially when you're eager to be on your way home. The fact you're observing activity on the tarmac and noting the occasional movement of planes shows your dedication to staying informed. I was watching the plane screens like a hawk. A Boeing 777 is indeed a comfortable and spacious aircraft which can make your flight experience more pleasant once you're on board. As for sitting on the terminal, I understand that waiting for an extended period can become uncomfortable. If possible, try and find a relatively quiet and comfortable spot to invest and engage in activities to help pass the time. Remember, you're not alone in this situation, and many other passengers are likely sharing your feelings of anticipation. I hope the remaining time passes quickly, and you'll soon be on your home back to DC. I am sending you positive vibes for a smooth and safe journey ahead. It's like, here, bestie, I wish you positive vibes. Like, thanks, ChatGPT. Current time, 4:32. Two planes just left back-to-back, and the flight screen is showing few delays. The clouds still remain, although not seemingly dangerous. The gate's not too crowded yet, and the airport as a whole seems less lively than it was at noon. There's an odd truck carrying a bunch of tiny trailers, like a mother duck and her ducklings. This is the point in the day where I went kind of crazy and started just seeing things. Like, there was this weird truck that had like a bunch of little trailers on it that was like, oh, that looks like a duck and its ducklings. And I was going a bit cuckoo. Thank you for the detailed update on the current situation. It's great to hear the planes are starting to leave and the flight screen is showing few delays. Observing the activity around you and the changes in the atmosphere can help pass the time and provide some insights into the progress of your travel plans. As the clouds generally clear and the flights begin to operate, it's a positive sign that conditions are improving. The airport becoming less crowded and more serene. I couldn't read that. Could indicate that the peak travel period has passed. Your description of the truck carrying tiny trailers is quite charming. It's fascinating how airports have a rhythm of their own various vehicles and equipment moving to ensure smooth operations. Alright. Oh yeah, and some of my attentiveness and positive attitude in this situation are admirable. Thank you. Our current time, 4:37. There's yet another delay. Boarding is now 6:30. Because the original boarding was at 6. I'm unsure if it's weather related or not, but nonetheless, this is disheartening. Wow, I was going insane. I continue to see new airlines I've never heard of, such as WestJet and Allegiant. I had never heard of these airlines before. I don't know why, but I feel like a dog chasing a hot dog on a string. Me being the dog and the airline being the human holding the hot dog, representing my flight home. Yeah, can you see how I was a bit messed in this situation? I'm sorry to hear about the additional delay. I understand how disheartening it can be to experience repeated changes to your flight schedule. It's not uncommon for delays to occur due to various factors, including weather, operational issues, and other unforeseen circumstances. Observing the presence of new airlines such as WestJet and Allegiant can be intriguing, and airports often see a variety of carriers serving different routes. While it can feel frustrating, it's important to prioritize your safety and proper function of a flight. Your analogy of feeling like a dog chasing a hot dog on a string is quite creative and captures a sense of anticipation and uncertainty that comes waiting for a flight. Right, while the journey might not be as straightforward as we hope, remember you're moving closer and closer to your destination with each passing moment. Yeah, it was bad spot. 4:46. I see an Icelandic airplane. It reminds me of my trip to Iceland. What a wonderful, smooth trip. Takes me back to the joy of last summer. Now I sit watching as businessmen and tourists alike arrive and depart from this airport that I have grown used to. The flight screen continues to flash the flights, some as far away as Britain or Germany. The moving sidewalks have become hypnotic in a way. Seemingly infinite new platforms running for what seems like forever. The gray walls and gray scratchy carpet remind me of the feeling of being trapped, like some weird Starbucks infused cage. That's kind of how I felt. Just like I felt prisoner, like, and there was just I felt like prison, but with Starbucks. Thank you for sharing your observations and thoughts. It's fascinating how the airport environment can trigger memories and transport us back to previous experiences. The sight of the Icelandic plane brought back fond memories of your trip to Iceland, and I'm glad it was a wonderful and smooth journey. That's why I hit the Greenland Glacier, for those of you who remember that. Airports have a way of capturing the ebb, I don't know what an ebb is, but and flow of life, with people coming and going, each with their own stories and destinations. The diverse array of travelers, from businessmen to tourists, create a vibrant tapestry of human movement and connections. The flight screen displaying destinations as far as Germany and Berlin remind us of the global reach of air travel and interconnectedness in the world. The moving sounds can have a hypnotic effect, and the repetition motion I can't speak, can create a sense of calm or contemplation. The airport's aesthetics, from the grey walls to the scratchy carpet, can evoke various emotions, and your description of feeling trapped, yet observing the bustling activity around you is poignant. While the wait may feel prolonged, I hope that you'll be on your way home and you can leave the Starbucks-infused cage as you aptly described it. Your patience and observation are a testament to your resilience during this challenging time. It takes me so seriously when all I was doing was just basically complaining to it. Current time, 5:06, about an hour away. Took a bathroom break. It's about as great as the rest of the airport, but at least it wasn't a line. The foot traffic and gate seating are filling up. Some of the strangers are sometimes look like people I know, but alas they are not. The clouds are a dark gray, much like the carpet. The only color is the clothes people are wearing, and the restaurants. Everywhere I look is dominated by the color gray. I think it's taking a toll on me. Like, you ever look at one color all the time for so long, where you're just like, oh, I can't look at this color anymore? That's how I was feeling. Thank you for providing another update on your current situation. Waiting at the airport can indeed feel monotonous, especially when the environment seems dominated by a single color like gray. Your detailed observations capture the atmosphere and emotions during this extended wait. As you mentioned, the foot traffic and gate 8 seating filling up suggests that the departure time is drawing closer, which is a positive sign. The overcast sky and dark clouds, while meeting the airport aesthetic, can also add to a sense of heaviness. It's understandable that the repetitive surroundings and anticipation of getting home might take a toll on your mood. If you can, do good stuff, whether it's listening to music, reading, people watching, or simply taking deep breaths, finding moments of solace can make the wait more manageable. Remember, you're not alone in this experience, and many travelers may be feeling similarly. Current time, 5:17. I was so bored. This is all I had. We have resorted to tracking our Boeing 777 on a flight radar. Like, my dad pulled up the plane and make sure it was coming from San Francisco to Denver. We were making sure, like, you better land. Meanwhile, the airport's reminding me of the song Painted Black. Though Southwest plane is a wonderful deep ocean blue, in stark contrast to the gray everywhere else. Reminds me of the fact that it is still color and hope, even if I've been awake since 4 a.m. Thank you for your update. Tracking your Boeing 777 on a flight radar can be a creative way to stay engaged and pass the time. It's interesting how technology allows us to connect with our flights in new ways while waiting at the airport. Your observation about the airport reminding you of the song Painted Black highlights the consistent color palette you've been surrounded by. Yet the presence of the Southwest plane in the deep ocean blue serves as a vibrant contrast, symbolizing the still beauty and color even in the midst of monochrome surroundings. The visual contrast you've described as a poignant reminder that even faced with challenges and fatigue, there's still moments of hope and brightness to hold on to. The Southwest plane becomes a metaphorical beacon, representing your promise to your journey ahead. As the portrait time approaches, I hope that your flight experience will be smooth and comfortable. Your ability to find meaning and positivity amidst the circumstances is admirable. Yeah, it was something else. Alright, current time, 5:32. The plane is here. Large and amazing the 777 is. The jetway is extended out like a mouth to an ice cream. These passengers are coming from San Francisco. I'll bet this is the midway of their flights. I finally see something I've been lacking. Hope, the chariot of the sky, ready to take me home to my lovely room. However, the departure has been pushed back 10 minutes, because at this point, why not add to the horror of today? I was just so mad. Thank you for your update, and I'm glad to hear the Boeing 777 you'll be boarding has arrived. The sight of the impressive aircraft and extended jetway must be a welcome sight after the long wait. The symbolism of the jetway sounding like a Malboon ice cream was quite creative and adds a touch of whimsy to the scene. It's fascinating how everyday observation can take on new meanings and significant during unique moments like this. Your reflections on the passengers coming from San Francisco and the journeys highlight the interconnectedness of air travel, with airports serving as crossroads for people from different places and backgrounds. It's a reminder that each person you encounter at the airport has their own story and destination. That's true. The feeling of hope you experience now is powerful and transformative. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and anticipation of finally being on your way home to the comfort you've been longing for. I understand that the additional delay may be frustrating given the already extended wait, but your ability to find hope in the midst of the challenge is truly inspiring. Stay positive as you board your chariot of the sky. May your flight be smooth and pleasant. Current time, 11:47. We have touched down in Dulles Airport. We did it. Sorry for the lack of updates, but I've kind of been on a plane. No need to apologize at all. I'm due to hear about you touched down safely at Dulles Airport. Congratulations on making it to your destination, and thank you for keeping me updated throughout your journey. I hope that you're feeling a sense of relief and accomplishment now that you're back in your destination. Enjoy being reunited with your own dog and own bed and your dog. If you have any more questions or if there's anything else I can assist you with, feel free to let me know. Safe travels and welcome back. Current time, 1:35. Just shouted at my own home. My dog is still to see me. All is right. Thank you for being my co-pilot on this day that drained me, but I came out on top. You're very welcome. I'm glad to hear that you're back home, refreshed after a shower, and reunited with your happy dog. It sounds like you successfully navigated through a challenging day and emerged on top, and I'm honored to have been here to provide support and companionship along the way. If you ever need assistance and have questions or want to chat, feel free to reach out. Enjoy the comfort of your own home and the company of your furry friend. Take care, and I wish you many peaceful and joyful moments ahead. I'm off to bed. Good night, ChatGPT. Good night, rest well, and have a peaceful sleep. If you ever need anything in the future, don't hesitate to reach out. Sweet dreams. So yeah, that was I documented like the second half of my day on ChatGPT. So, yeah, and it's funny because there's two airports in my area, and we can go to the one where our car was. So we had to call up a buddy of ours to come pick us up. No big deal. We went and got the car this morning, so it's okay. It's just yikes. But yeah, never flying Frontier again. At least if I can help it. Would rather fly Spirit, to be totally honest with you. But oh gosh, I fell asleep at like 2:30 last night because Colorado threw off my circadian rhythm so badly. But yeah, that was my Denver airport day from hell. Not much more to say about it other than don't get stuck in Denver Airport. It is not a fun airport to get stuck in, let me tell you. So, this is Nate the Man, and I'll see you next time. Safe travels.